Hello guys, and welcome to another Unreal Engine 4 tutorial. Today we're going to be taking a look at doing cinematics, and we're going to do that through the use of Matinees. What I'm going to quickly do here is, this is a very quick one I made at 4 AM last night just to get myself used to it. And I'm just going to quickly show you what we've got going on here. So when I jump into the game, this cinematic plays. So the camera swoops down through the trees. It's really erratic, I know the speed's all messed up and whatnot, but you know, the principles there of the camera moves around and we're viewing it from the camera's perspective. And it finishes its little 20-second flyby just about here with our character on the dock. And then we possess him. Well, we don't quite possess him, but that's just some trickery going on there, and then we're in the game then. So I'm going to quickly show you how we're going to go about making one of those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my level blueprint. There is a little bit of work in the level blueprint to do. And what I'm going to do is just disconnect that and keep that to one side in case I need to reference that later on. Just to remember what I did. And what I'm going to do then is hop on back here, and we're going to delete the camera actor, and we're going to find the Matinee actor, and we're going to delete that too. So, okay, so we're in a blank world now. So this is a bit of a world I've been working on. Got some stuff going on, not quite finished yet, but so okay, to start this, what we're going to do is we're going to want the camera. So we're going to go find a class, camera, drag that into the world, and I don't know, let's keep this one simple. I'm not going to go flying around all over the landscape. Let's just make it travel and maybe turn a little bit. So let's have it start here. So we'll leave that there. And then what we need to do now is go to Matinee, add Matinee. And we're going to have this. Yours will be a little different. You may have the curve editor up here. Now we don't really need that at the minute. So to declutter your workspace, we can go ahead and get rid of the curve editor, and we've just got tracks. So what you want to do now is select the camera in the viewport here, and with that selected, let me just move this back down a bit here. So with the camera selected in the viewport there, we're going to right click in here and add a new empty group, and we're going to name that camera. And then on this, we're now going to right click and add a new movement track. This is what's going to basically record our moving thing. So how long do we want the animation to be, or the cinematic rather? Let's make it 5 seconds long. So we'll move this green one. We'll move the green one over here to match 5 seconds. And basically what we're going to do to start this off is we're going to go back to 0 seconds, add a key, and then we're going to move on over to say half a second and add another key. And now when we move this in here, you'll see that we get this yellow line. That basically shows us what's moved and to where. So I can move it, I can rotate it. I can't scale it because no much point in scaling a camera, but if it was an object you were moving, you don't have to just do this with a camera. You could move an object around or something. So let's tilt the camera there, and then let's move on to 1 second. Add another keyframe. We're going to make it shoot up into the air and look up into the sky as it flies up. And then at 1.5 seconds, let's add another keyframe. Let's tilt it back down again, but we're going to move it up and over and start making it come down. And then we're going to head over to 2 seconds, add another keyframe. I'm going to move this on down. Oh, don't really want to fly into those rocks there. That's not going to look very good, is it? So let's scoot on over here. So this could be anywhere. Obviously in your landscape, obviously your landscape's not going to be the same as mine, so you can't really follow this path, but whatever you want to do with your camera, you just fly around. So let's fly through the woods a bit here, and rotate that, tilt it that way, I guess. Let's head over there. This flyby is gonna go through very quickly because it's only 5 seconds long, and we've actually covered quite a bit of distance. With flybys, I'd recommend, well, from what I learnt last night through experience, I would recommend spreading it out over quite a bit of time. So let's finish with a really smooth. Well, we've got a second here for this movement, so let's now move it. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing there. Let's not face the sky. Let's just nip on down here. And spit that out. Now, as you can see along the lines, you see the little notches in between the keyframes there. So let's take a look. You've got a keyframe there, big square, and you've got a keyframe there. The notches in between, the higher the density of them, the slower the movement will be, basically. So you see here we've got a lot of notches in between, and here we've got fewer and they're more spaced out. So this bit here will be slower than those. That's just something you can tell there. So let's just move you like that, and then to finish, let's what can we do to finish off? Let's see here. So probably should have done this on a blank level just to not get so caught up in the trees. Let's just finish it there. Okay, so that's our thing basically recorded. If you scrub, let me just bring this back onto the screen. If you scrub back and forth there, you'll see the camera move along it. So you can kind of follow it along if you want to do it like that. You could, if you wanted to test it now, really quick, you could look at this camera actor. Oh my goodness, okay. That's the foliage. Let's head on back over here. Select the camera actor, and if you click play, let me reposition the screen for you. If we hit play here, we should be able to see it fly by in this little box down here. So that's what we're going to get. So that's the basics of recording it. Now what we want to do is play this as soon as the player gets into a game. So we're going to stop that there. We're going to save all. Yep, save it, close the Matinee out. And we're going to head on over to the level blueprint. Now, I did another Unreal Engine 4 tutorial where I showed you about changing the player's camera. So what I'm going to do here is basically copy this. So what I need to do is get the player controller. I'm using the event begin play here, so I want this to happen as soon as the game starts. And then we want to set view target with blend. And the new target is going to be the camera from the level. So what I'm going to do is select the camera, right click in the level blueprint, and create a reference. So what we're doing here is changing the camera of the player controller to that of the camera actor. We just want it to do immediately, so we're going to leave the blend time at 0 there. And that's us done for that. Now we need to change it back, basically. So what I do is go for a delay. Now because this is only called once, there's we can use a delay here, and the animation was 5 seconds, so we'll make the delay 5 seconds. What we then need to do is basically do another set view target with blend, and that was it. This one gets a little bit different. So what we need to do here is get all actors of class. And we're going to be getting the character class, so the first person character. With this array, we need to do a for each loop with the array element then showing us the character, basically. So we hook that execution pin in there. So what this is basically doing is after the 5 seconds, we're looking to see how many first person characters there are. It's a single player game, there's only going to be one of them. And for each of them, so once, we're going to set the player controller to the camera of the first person character. So let's compile this, and hopefully when we hit play it doesn't actually work. And I'll tell you why it doesn't work, because have not activated the Matinee. So back here at the very beginning we need to activate, we need to get a reference to the Matinee. Sorry about that. So select your Matinee actor out here in the viewport, right click in here and activate. Let's get a reference to it and try activating it through that. So create a reference to the Matinee actor, and then it's play, not activate. Sorry, I've been doing some work with particle effects, so activate was something else. Mine's still a bit frizzled. Anyway, you're basically playing the Matinee actor now. So let's compile it again, move that off this screen and hit play. And when we're in the game, our entire game camera flies us through here, and then we spawn back at the beginning, and we have possession of the character and stuff. This guy will despawn in about 15 seconds. So that's how you'd go about doing that. That's how you'd go about basically recording. You basically record what you want to do. Once you've got it all recorded, you set it up so that it plays at the beginning of the level. Here, you set the camera basically set your camera to do this, and then 5 seconds later, at the end of the animation, you basically change the camera back. There will be a better way to do this. You could probably check to see whether Matinee is still playing or not, but this is a simple way of doing it. So thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope that showed you a bit into how Matinees work, how we can record cinematics and flybys. Please don't forget to subscribe. Do stay tuned for more Unreal Engine 4 tutorials. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you. Goodbye.